Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to Little Nightmares. Gonna be playing the DLC, Secrets of the Maw, the Depths. It says it's checking for downloadable content. I already have all the downloadable content on this game. So yeah, you may be wondering, or you might have seen, wait a minute, you've already, uploaded you playing the DLC, and yeah, I did that, but those videos weren't very good. The microphone audio quality was really bad, so I'm gonna redo this. And yeah, those two videos just weren't really good, you know. And I want to quickly play through all of the stuff I've yet to play before Little Nightmares 3 comes out, because I got Little Nightmares 2 to play as well, which was actually the first game on PS4 that I platinumed, because the trophies in that game was easy to get. Unlike with this game, which I'll probably never platinum, well, it doesn't have a platinum, but I probably won't unlock all the trophies because it has hard to the core, which, as much as I've tried to get that trophy, it's so difficult. So here we are in the game already. I had a theory about the runaway kid that I don't know if I talked about in those upper two parts, but they're gone now anyway, so it wouldn't matter that much. Also, I don't know if you can hear my heater in the background. Maybe I should turn that off and freeze just in case it's ruining the audio. It's cold today, even though the sun's out, it's freezing in the house. Also, hear how loud it is walking on the mattress. We got our doll, our toy. Jimmy Chuck-a-Baloney doll? I don't know. And I lost it. Oh! And here's my favorite Little Nightmares character back. So yeah, I had a theory about the runaway kid is what if he's mono, right? Even though, spoiler alert, mono, it wouldn't make sense why mono would be back here. You know, I'm not going to spoil the ending for the second game, but you know what happened to mono in the end, and well, I guess it would be hard to explain my theory actually if I don't say, but I know Little Nightmares 1 comes after 2, like Little Nightmares 2 is a prequel. Here we got the eye machine. But my theory is that this is actually mono, and what happened is he managed to reverse what happened to him in the ending, so that's why his clothes is like blue, you know, kinda colors too. It's kinda hard to say what happens without saying what happens. But I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but if you know what happens to him, imagine if you tried to turn back to a kid from what he already became in the ending, and now he's hunting after Six, and he's like, he came back here, and that's why you have the float Sams. He's like talking to Six again through the bottles, like they're sending messages to each other. Because after all, we don't really get any backstory about the runaway kid. He doesn't appear in Little Nightmares 2 as a prequel type thing. Even if Little Nightmares 2 was a sequel to the first game, that actually kind of startled me. I didn't expect that to be so loud. So yeah, now we're running after whoever that is. The toilets! That reminds me about how my dad was telling me once about how, like, going to the toilet used to be a social thing. Like these Roman type toilets where everyone would, like, sit around and, like, yeah, they would basically, like, shit together and, like, but they would conversate as well. It's weird how, like, humanity went through these, I'll collect this bottle, humanity went through these, like, oh, it's empty, because it doesn't, that's weird. Like, it's because I didn't reset my save file, so it still remembers that I collected that. Huh, interesting. I don't know if you can hear my controller beeping. But yeah, that's my theory. It's like how people said... It's like how people come up with the... And I hate to use FNAF to explain everything, but it's like... how people came up with the un-nightmared versions of the nightmares in FNAF 4. Like, you take classic Freddy, you turn him into a nightmare, but then you try to turn him back into a regular Freddy. It's like a different design. Yeah, if you're not into FNAF, then you probably wouldn't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I hope that explains my theory. It's like if you took what Mono became, then try to turn him back into a kid again. I mean, what I'm saying kind of spoils the ending, but at least I'm not saying what actually happens. I just don't want to be hypocritical, because the first time I played Little Nightmares 2, there was some other guy that I was online friends with, and that when I was playing the game on launch, and I didn't know what the ending was going to be, but he just straight up said, he said, "I heard this happens to Mono." And I said, "You heard that? So is it true or is it not?" And he's like, "Oh." He was also the same guy who was like, "Man, I love spoilers." I'm just giving him a Patrick sounding voice. But yeah, I was friends with that guy. Online friends. I mean, online friends aren't even real. But I was friends with that guy for a pretty short while. And good reasons why. Oh, I can't jump here? Jeez. How... These things are trying to suck on my blood, but like... You think that wouldn't really work because they're giant? You know, like, if you were a blood-sucking creature, you think you would want to be the size of, like, actual blood molecules, like, satiate your... Whatever, let's keep going. And hear this weird sound. I remember back when people used to think that was the sound of the janitor getting his arms cut off. Back when we didn't really know, like, what time period this took place. Like, that this was happening further during 6's story. But, like, 6 hasn't even gone to that room yet with the eye yet, because the stuff doesn't look... The room doesn't look how it does when you play 6's story. Also, apparently with the Nintendo Switch version of this game, like, since the Nintendo Switch version... Oh, I think this is the first encounter with a granny. Better turn the volume down on my headset. Like, the Nintendo Switch version, like, it doesn't, like, start you off with 6's story. It lets you, like, pick between, do you want to play Runaway Kid's story first or 6's? Which I thought was cool, because that released when both the stories were already completed. I don't know if I said that already. I think I started saying it then. Let's use the skip. No point in dealing with that. Keep forgetting I still have a light. They took it away from me. Well, now we gotta upgrade. We don't have a lighter anymore. This puzzle, okay. So if you hear random beeping, it's just the controller. It's not me on life support. I feel like there's another bottle secret here, but I already, like, collected all of them. So, I guess we can just play through and ignore all of them for now. So I could just fill this, like, room up. Right? I think it's gonna stop right before I want it to. Is it? Oh. Don't fill up too high now. Damn, the controller vibrated so much. I usually have vibration turned off for like when I play shooter games. Because I just don't want to feel the controller shaking every time I shoot. Making that dumb beeping noise. Oh yeah, I remember when I first saw when the DLC got announced, there was like a picture online of just a runaway kid standing on this chair. Oh, that's gonna throw me off, almost. Yeah, I should stop mucking around and actually play the damn thing. Originally people were referring to it as Little Nightmares 2, or I thought that was Little Nightmares 2. I probably didn't know what the DLC was back then. And I'm dead. And the drowning animation is just broken on this. I don't know if they'll fix that on Little Nightmares Enhanced that came out for when you pre-order Little Nightmares 3. But there's no point of me even there's no use for even me getting that pre-order bonus or whatever, because I don't have a PS5 just to play all the PS5 exclusive crap. I probably won't even be getting a new PlayStation console. I don't see the point for a new console in general. I'll just switch to PC probably. Either that or getting the new Xbox when that comes out, because I heard that has you can connect it to Steam and stuff like that. Because I hate getting a PC for gaming, because I can never tell if it has the right requirements. And if it does, it usually costs like 2,000. Why do I keep dying here? I don't even need to go there, right? Because I already got all the secrets in this run when I played it before originally. Man, this is so many close calls. Also, I realized that Little Nightmares 2 is I, like Roman numerals, and Little Nightmares 3 is I, or how I like to say it, I, you know. I. Which I can't even remember what language that's from, if it's from a language. Why am I going back around that way? I don't want to do that. There's an arm sticking out. Yeah, I know it's that girl. She's dead. Why she was put in the bag, I don't know. Maybe there's some other creature down here. Because a granny would just like pull her straight down. I don't need to do that. Okay, you eat this. And I'll throw another one in just in case, so she's distracted even more. So yeah. What? How did you get there so quickly? There's also a trophy if you throw this ball in here, but I already got that, but just to show you. Kinda looks like one of the mannequin heads from the second game, all bandaged up. I thought it was gonna fall back out. Yeah, this Let's Play really is me non-stop talking. Because I thought this is the most, like, boring part. This is probably, like, the most boring part in the franchise. Is the second, no, the first game's DLC. The second game doesn't even have DLC. But, okay, first I want to push this. So it, like, breaks. Even though it doesn't really matter. Even though this isn't even that bad. It's like how I review the Chucky franchise movies. The third one, or how anyone else does it, the third one is the worst film, but even that, there isn't really a bad Chucky film. That's just the worst of the best. Can't really go wrong. It reminds me how I'm not really even a fan of horror. Like, I just like horror that's, like, really entertaining. Come on, pick this up. Oh, come on. I was moving. It didn't let me move. Why is it sucking on my mouth? Don't do that. It prolapses my mouth. Like it's pulls my mouth outwards, and I've got like this gross intestine mouth, like a starfish, where they drop all their. Can I push this? They drop all their they drop their stomach out so they can eat. I should just stop talking. I'm talking about a whole lot of nothing. That's one of the only times where the object like shines to show you where it is, like Bendy and the Ink Machine style. Whopper Bendy style. You know, like where the object has to glow bright. The game critics are gonna be pleased about that one. Come on, come on. At least it's not like Little Nightmares 2 where it does a whole animation. Unless you just pick up the key manually. And the key is also like twice as big. In the other game. This kind of looks like the intro to the boss fight too. Of Little Nightmares 2. The Thin Man boss fight. You know, we walk through the sewer. That's not a spoiler. What did you expect? Not to fight the final boss of the game? Don't poop in the pool, guys. Have you ever been to a public pool before and like a kid like took a poo and there's just floating and all the workers are like trying to fish it out? Oh, no, no, no! I'm rising to the heavens or the limbo world. You know, Limbo. Maybe I should play that next. Well, I don't have to do the puzzle again, because, you know, good checkpointing. They also said for Little Nightmares. Oh, what? That wasn't close enough, but that was? They also said for Little Nightmares. I feel like I'm talking too much, but whatever, it's my channel. I can ramble as much as I want. Yeah, so they also said for Little Nightmares Enhanced, they're adding better... I just can't make that jump. They're adding better checkpoints. They added better checkpoints. But I think they mean that for the DLC mainly. Because at first I thought, well, the main game like had pretty forgiving checkpoints, but with this, like, they had to add new updates to this to give it better checkpoints. These kind of look like sandwiches with the crust cut off. I used to hate eating the crust on a sandwich when I was younger, but now, like, I'll eat anything. It's funny how this hole just kills you, and then it, like, puts you more forward into the game. Like here. Grandma, no! It's like they liked the idea of the shoe monster that much that they decided to make a whole level with a creature that just chases you the whole time. What? I jumped there. You... I know how to parkour. Don't tell me I don't know how to... I jump really far. Swing on the lamp. Don't burn your hands. Massive drawer. Run across here. Climb on the Xbox buttons. So you got the green, red, blue, and yellow. It's funny how on PlayStation they call... I don't even think you need to move this boat, you just like jump off. It's funny how on PlayStation they call their X button the cross. But that's a cross... But imagine if it was like a cross, like a crucifix. That would be cool. That would be funny. Takes it too literally, an actual cross. That's what I would assume someone means when they say a cross shape. You know, like a lowercase t. Can I not? Oh yeah, I gotta... See, this is where the checkpoints get bad, because if you die here you have to do the entire puzzle again. Like, it sends you back to the top. So if you die when trying to get through that door, it like throws you all the way back. I don't get why they wouldn't just like update the main game again instead of make a re-release. Because every first game has to have its like remaster or whatever. Even if it's like the... I'm not gonna die, you're right. I died in the shallow water. Well, now I know that I have to go get that lever first. This is Minecraft before they added the update where you don't take damage in shallow water. Okay, let's do this again. Take two. I'm gonna take one lever, one crank. Isn't like this like the last puzzle for like the final fight, kind of? Or at least I hope it is. Come on, pick it up. Throw it. There we go. And we gotta press the ink pressure again. Suspending machine, which I might play next too, but who knows? Because I want to finish the game series that I started first on this channel. Just one second to last time to move the damn box. Xbox. This does look like a 360 game, but it's not. Unfortunately. I wish that Little Nightmares, the original, got released on Xbox 360, but it hasn't. It didn't. Hasn't, like, makes it sound like they might do it one day, but not yet. Come on, run, new slide. We're actually exploring the toilets of the mall. We're inside the toilet. up. Get off the gaming chair. No. No. How are you that strong? I guess that's the only thing you got to do here is down here is lift weights. And eat fish. Maybe that's your secret. Yeah, like how Jesus turns bread into fish. Wait, no, he doesn't. He clones. Wait, no. How Jesus turns water into wine, I'll be turning this water into wine in a moment when I kill you. Do I even have to turn that light on to... I don't... Wait, I want to try something. Does this make this incapable of working? Because I don't... It just does nothing. That's interesting. Well, I just wasted time. I just wanted to test that. So I need to turn on the power. I guess that makes sense. Right. I mean, and just like... And we also kill this enemy with a TV, so how more reference to mono can you get? Come on. It's interesting that most of the soundtracks that play in the DLC were only just released, like, recently. Beforehand, you couldn't really find... You'd have to rip it out of the game files in order to get the soundtrack. Come on, turn water into wine. As you bleed with electrocution, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. Sorry, Grandma, I had to change the channel. Sick of your boring television. I want to watch Cartoon Network. And this is where another secret will be. That is loud. A lot of reverb on that. Yep, all these secrets are done with. I want to try something. See how far I can take this bottle. Oh, I should have thrown that. Never mind, I should have thrown that downwards. Time to show you how unfinished this, how rushed this DLC was to be made. Oh, I couldn't even shine at him, what the heck? Well, I guess I can't. And now we're captured. When I first saw the scene, like... I thought this was actually the end of the DLC. Like, forever, like this was where the runaway kid dies, but somehow he escapes. And until next time, I guess. Man, I got through that DLC fast. I'm so fast, it was like a speed run. Alright, time for the hideaway. Oh yeah, listen to this one. Just making King Ass Ripper references. Nothing better to reference. Oh yeah, oh listen to this one. Oh yeah. Why is it taking so long to load? Hell yeah. Seriously, hurry up, game. Oh, there we go. Oh no. Very... We're in the sack. Very scary. Get me out of here. Time for life. I remember the guy who would make Little Nightmares Funny Moments compilation or whatever. He at one point he was obsessed with that part where I was about to say mono, that part where the runaway kid just falls. Hits onto the plank. Well, I guess not obsessed, but I remember them using that clip a bit. Even though it was probably like one time, but still. I don't know where all the float Sams is in this chapter. I haven't collected all of them on the other playthrough. I have, oh look, there's one of those dolls. Almost like the doll from the first chapter of the DLC. How am I that out of breath already? So yeah, what was I saying? I'm gonna try and beat this as fast as possible because, you know, I don't have all the time in the world again. Oh yeah, this is where he mimics the janitor. I somehow managed to figure out what he was doing. I'm pretty sure that's what he was doing. At least someone else pointed that out to me, but I'm pretty sure I... here's the Gnome theme song. Hey, let me throw you up. My controller's drifting. Have to head it. Damn you, John Sony. You and your denial of controller drifting. This is actually the first time in the franchise... Can I pick you up? First time in the franchise that you get to have AI companions. And no, we're not talking about chat GPT type companions. These are full-on video game AI, the ones that won't take over the world. I mean, AI will eventually take over the world, but just not... Why? Stop! Let me push it. It wasn't letting me... Oh, do I pull it? Hey, what the hell? What is this? Okay, I go from the other side. What? That just made it worse. There we go. We're not having this be a rage video. So I don't know if this part will... I might re-release the first part again and add part of the hideaway. Why can't I speak today? Can you come out? Why does my controller keep drifting? Jesus. Okay, I've got to get the other one out. So this might be a part of part 1 of the DLC, and it'll make sense when it makes sense. You'll see. That didn't mean to rhyme. Stop drifting. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Guess I need to get a new controller. Oh, right. Oh wait, I can actually die if they drop that on me. I know this because it's Little Nightmares and you die. Come on! It's Little Nightmares and you die from everything. Stop! Stop doing that. Maybe that was my fault, but... I remember in primary school once, one of my friends' friends, so they weren't my friend, but they were one of my friends' friends. They basically said that the first Little Nightmares game, sucked cock, and... which I can understand why, someone wouldn't like it, but the thing is, they liked the second game, but they hated the first one, and it was mainly because I didn't like a game that they liked, so they decided to say that they think Little Nightmares sucks. Which, I guess if you look hard enough, yeah, this game could look shit if you, I don't know, really compared to this... if you look hard enough, yeah, I can see why someone wouldn't like this game. And that's okay, but the fact that he was just he wanted to see the flaws in the game, because that's the weird thing, he liked the second game, he just didn't like the first one. And I remember once he asked me, Dunhead, what's your favorite... You know, I'll give him a Peter Griffin voice, because that makes more sense. Hey Lois, what's your favorite... Jeez. Everything's opening up. The interesting thing about this DLC is you can actually you can choose which path you want to go, but I'm gonna go this way, because people usually don't do this path first. So he's like, hey Lois, I call everyone Lois, because I'm Peter Griffin. Hey Lois, what's your favorite video game? I said, I don't know actually, I don't really have a favorite. And he was like, well, pick. And I was like, I don't know, Minecraft. Because I don't know, I was probably really into it at the time. And then he was anticipating so much that I would say Little Nightmares, so he just said after that, well, I played Little Nightmares. And that game was bad, that game sucks. That's the worst game I've ever played. And I didn't even feel defeated by that, because the fact that he just said it out of nowhere, because he was anticipating that I was going to say Little Nightmares, the first one, was my favorite game. So that's why later I said, well, you hate on Little Nightmares, but did you know that the second game got quite a few awards for being, really good? Do I take... No, I leave that there. Oh yeah, this is the bit where we're gonna be really sneaky. The janitor shows up. Yeah, I'm sure this guy's literally just a mannequin under there, because with his skin peeled down, there's literally nothing. So yeah, but then he said Little Nightmares 2 is good. So then I just didn't understand his logic. I guess he just didn't like the puzzles, he thought it was frustrating in this. But I got the feeling that he got the game, specifically to, play it and then say he hated it. Alright, that isn't open yet. You can probably hear the controller beeping. The life support controller. Oh, I think there's actually a bottle under here. There is. Did I get it last time? No, I didn't. Okay, here's the magic. Because when you unlock the trophies for collecting these bottles, it says stuff as if you're talking to someone else, the trophy descriptions say, I wish you were there, or something like that. So it makes me think that maybe these messages were from 6, because they meet in the end. Look at this guy. I think the second chapter of Little Nightmares 2 is probably the best chapter in the franchise. But we'll see if Little Nightmares 3 doesn't disappoint, and I have a feeling the pace might, like, maybe I won't like the third one as much as I like the second one, but I'll keep my hopes down just in case it's, like, bad. I don't know, because we've got a new studio doing it. But they've seemed to have caught on to the formula quite well. Oh, come on. So yeah, this might end abruptly, and then more of the hideaway might be in the next video. So there'll be two parts where I play both the DLC, which I've already uploaded the first steps one, but then I'll re-upload that for like the final time. It'll be the most re-uploaded video I've ever done. And this time we'll have part of, like, will be the depths, and then hideaway part 1, and then it'll be the 6th video after that. And then we'll have hideaway part 2, then the residence, so then I can end the series on 6 parts, because that's what I want to do. Like how I ended the FNAF 1 series on 5 parts, because, you know, 5 nights. Even though it's technically 7 nights. Can I not? What if I open the door while doing this puzzle? Will he, like, hear me? I can hear him banging around in the other room. I mean, he is giant, so make a giant character and you don't... Oh, I can't do that. Speedrun skip. I don't know what a speedrun of the DLCs look like. I should really see. I hear birds outside. Now we just gotta make it back without stepping on the potato chip coal. Leaked information that I'm not from the UK because I didn't call them crisps. I hate words that like end with, that have so many S's in them, because then it just sounds like when you say it. Crisps. Like masks. Like, it just pisses me off. Maybe that would have been the appropriate time for history to come up with a new name for mask. And we all had to wear them at one point. Because I hate saying masks over and over. Masks. It just pisses me off. It's a word that you can't say without making that noise. Masks. Oh, I don't even need to pull it again. Creatures in the toilet. Oh no. Did Little Nightmares predict Skibidi? You. Like that really bad Stephen King movie that I watched. About Killer Monkey, which I talked about back in the Dark Deception. Dark Deception demo video. Which apparently the full game is going to be really quite different. But I talked about that. And I didn't like the film. I mean, I don't think the idea is bad, I just don't think everything that Stephen King writes is worth making a film about. Not this puzzle. Gotta catch my breath. God damn you! I hate you. Do the trick where you go there, then you go back around. I can catch up to him, come on. Yeah, it's interesting when you pick up these guys, it makes like a more like humming sound. But then when 6 picks up these guys, it like makes a weird like jingle noise. I don't know where the other guy went. Oh wait, I do. I don't know if I've made a joke about these guys looking like Ku Klux Klan before. These guys will be coming after Low in the next game. That's not funny actually. I often forget like what the new characters are. I often like get their names mixed up. Who's Low and who's Alone, but I remember Low's the one with the bow and arrows or whatever he shoots. Which will be interesting because I knew that if there was going to be a third Little Nightmares game, it's going to have non-melee attacks. Like it's going to introduce shooting. Do you see the drifting? I'm not doing that, by the way. I'm not making him walk like a spider on the wall. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm keeping it still. Okay, will I have enough space? Probably not. Oh, screw you. We're still on a ship. It's interesting that nothing moves like this on Little Nightmares 2. They kept that consistency. Oh, come on! Yeah, I really should do this puzzle first before getting these guys, because they just piss around. I'm sick of hearing the controller life support beeping. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There we go. I forgot there was a secret early on in the chapter where it looks like there's like actual there's more TVs, but they're like broken and they have like Finman. Okay, I'm back and the controller drifted me all the way over here while I had the recording pause. Anyways, there was no noise, I was just imagining things. I can't go through there. Oh, I gotta get one of you guys to... Oh, come on! You didn't auto-lock onto that. Out of my way! I hate these guys. Oh, I gotta throw more of them on there. Here we go. Why am I getting so frustrated at the puzzles? I was doing it wrong. This video will be titled, Why Little Nightmares is actually the worst game in the world. It has a puzzle, and if you don't know how to do it correctly, you suck. I was about to be self-destructive and just pull that out. You guys just can't climb up yourself. I know these annoying things are gonna be coming back in the third game. It's interesting how they called gnomes, but there's no G and there's no... It's spelled without a G. Can you stop with the controller again? I'm trying to face that way. Stop! I don't want to end up breaking it. Look at this! I'm not doing that. The game's doing that. The controller is not the game. There's another hole there. Who are these guys? When was there a fourth one? Did I just... There's 5 of you? Why aren't you guys working the coal? Did I collect... Oh, I already did that, didn't I? Oh, I forgot I got you two. Well, let's go to the coal machine. Coal on the cock. I don't know why I said that. And this happens. There had to be quite a few patch updates to fix this. See what happens when we do that. Well, this may be a turning point where it goes to the next video. I don't know. But either that or it would have been split in half before. So if you see this part, then it means we're still going. If not, it means this will be continued in the next part. And a final video. But we'll have to see about that.